Today we start on part 2 of turning this Christmas tree into a bonsai. Enjoy. Welcome back, you lovely bunch. So continuing from part 1, clearly. I'm going to skip through a lot of parts of this video. This part of the video I think I recorded for 40 minutes straight. Long video. So there's going to be some choppy parts, there's going to be some normal speed, then double speed, and yeah, we'll just get through it together. So as you can see, I've removed quite a lot of branches here from that bottom part, especially ones that play into the right hand side of the tree, the daughter side of the tree. And then I'm just going through clearing out pads from the branches I think I'll need. At this point I've left too many branches on, clearly, just to make sure that I've got enough to play with. In the past, when styling, I find like I'm trying to copy other people a lot. I suppose it's all part of the artistic process, let's say. And here I'm just deciding how tall the tree's actually going to be, so I'm just cutting away the foliage from above that point so I remember where it is. But yeah, so in terms of styling, I think it takes a while to be able to actually express what you want or need to when it comes to your trees. I think it's all imitation at the beginning, which most art is, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, when you're practicing, I don't know, drawing, let's say, you'll be copying others until you find your own style, kind of thing. I'd say it's probably the first tree that I haven't looked at other images, haven't looked at what other people have done. I've just kind of gone with, obviously, it's stuff that I've retained over time, but it's mostly all my own ideas. Very windy day this day. I left the audio in just so I make sure there's some background noise when I'm not talking or the music's not playing, but I've turned it right down so it doesn't annoy too many people. So here obviously I noticed the main trunk was bolt upright. There was literally no movement in it at all really, apart from at the bottom. So I was looking at ways I could maybe bend it over, seeing if I could get a little bit of movement into it. In the end I actually pick a top of the tree that actually comes more that way anyway, so there wasn't really much of a need to bend the actual trunk. It may look like I'm doing this all quite haphazard and fast. This video is actually 1.5 times speed, so it just shows you how slow I was actually going. Great elbow, Rick. And here I'm just trying to manipulate as many branches as I can in my hands to make sure. Oh, hello neighbour. Yeah, just manipulating as many branches as I can just to make sure that they're going to be in the right places. Obviously, these branches are going to drop down with any coloured tree when you look at age-wise. You know, oaks, spruces, pines. Eventually, the foliage, the weight of the foliage, brings the branch down. So it's a trick of how you make a young tree look old. And then we're ready to start wiring, so I think I've pruned out all the branches that I needed to prune out. I'm going to start wiring this daughter part of the tree, see what kind of movement I can get, so I'll leave you with that for a while. So midway through I decided to obviously put it into a bigger pot. The soil line was already above the existing pot, and I thought that isn't going to do too well in the winter when the wind starts blowing and you know the frost comes, especially doing this kind of work. So there's two things to this. Obviously you can see the growth on top of the tree that I've left there, so that's more like a sacrificial just to make sure the tree was healthy going into winter, and then giving it a bit of a bigger pot, some more room to grow. So I had some Soil Ninja left over from a jade that I repotted about a year and a half ago, which actually ended up dying, unfortunately. It's mostly like clay pebbles, perlite and some other stuff. And then Johnnins mixed with vermiculite because I didn't have any perlite. So yeah, that's that. Then chuck some moss back on the top, and then we come back over to the wiring part. So this is a separate day, I believe. That was the end of one day, and it's another day starting, in case you're thinking the transition is a bit strange. So the mother-daughter style in itself, it's the first time I've ever tried it. I kind of like to think of it like the mother tree is the main trunk. Not hugging, but how to put it, protecting the daughter part of the trunk. So I'm just wiring out the fine branches, just trying to get them into a position. And this is more, it's like 50-50 on this one. I'll half wide it to give it a good shape for now, for the video. And then left it also so it can grow in the right position in the following season from where the buds are. Obviously the daughter part needs to get way bushier, let's say, for that kind of size. And then I'll start on the mother over here, so using the 2-branch method where I can. And you know, I'm no master at wiring, but I'm getting better every time I do it. Taking a lot of tips off of people like Ryan Neal, Greenwood Bonsai. I mean, he just flies through the wiring part. For now, I'm not really setting the branches perfectly. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put them in the composition, kind of where they're going to be. How it's going to look, if they're too low, if they're in the wrong positions. And also the whole point is obviously the branches from the trunk should kind of come out at the right direction, right? And what I mean there is a branch from the back shouldn't go all the way around the trunk to come to the front, even if you want it there. You can do that for like a quick styling, but long term it doesn't make any sense. There's not many trees in nature that do that. Maybe like a really, really old oak or an old juniper might, you know, curl round and twist and... And then this is the foliage that I've cut off so far. Quite a lot in there. So I should be able to finish this series, I suppose, in 3 parts. So there'll be one more part to come, and that would be the end of it so far for this year anyway. that's the end of this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.